Curls. This is Stephanie Rice coming at you, and this is a video on how I'm actually making my Chikorindigemer oil. Basically heating it up and infusing the oil. Okay, so right now I'm going to turn to the stove. Okay, so you can get a good glance of the pot. Okay, now right now I'm going to turn the stove on to around 2, just to heat it up for a minute, to heat up the pot. Okay, so now what I have here is my oil that I prepared. So what I'm going to do is just stir it up, make sure everything's well distributed, and then pour. Let's pour and keep on stirring it up while you pour it in. Wow, look at all that goodness. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Make sure you grab a hold of it. And you want to get the rest of that goodness out. Look at that. See, I'm going to take my trusty wooden spoon. I was about to say, take my trusty wooden spoon. All right, Tweety Bird. So, I'm going to take my trusty spoon. And when I'm heating oils up, I only heat them with wood. Do not come in here and put plastic. Do not stir your oils with plastic, or you end up with plastic in your oils. Okay, because plastic is heat solvent and also water soluble as well. Okay, so we don't want to use plastic. There's nothing leaching in this oil right now. This wood does not leach. Okay. All right, so we're consistently stirring this rich oil. And what do we have in here? We have ginkgo biloba. We have Panax ginseng. We have saw palmetto. We have horsetail. We have aloe. We have neem. We have ashwagandha. And we have some fenugreek powder in there too, don't we? Yes, we do. So we're stirring this up, and it's important to stir when you're heating something, important to stir it consistently. But by heating this, what you do is you bypass that process of putting your stuff in a dark cabinet. I mean, we're still going to put it in a dark cabinet, of course. We're going to store it there. But the infusing, this is like weeks of infusion right here. Instead of weeks of infusion, we're heating it. Okay? And heating it very carefully. So let's just keep going with the stirring. And let's turn the heat down to 1. Okay? All right. Very good. Very nice. Now I'm going to stick my finger in there and see if there's any warmth going on. Yeah, it's a little warm. It's a little warm. I'm going to keep it moving. Okay. I can smell that Jamaican black castor oil. So what we have is carrier oils. We have the sesame seed oil, which is perfect. We have the Jamaican black castor oil, and we also have olive oil as a carrier. And as I said before, when you combine a thick oil with thin oils, then it kind of thins it out, but it does not diminish its power. Okay, but look at that. You wouldn't think Jamaican black castor oil is in there, would you? It seems watery. Seems like a watery oil. That means it's going to go a long way. This oil is going to spread and spread. So you'll be able to use much less than what you would usually use with a thick oil. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep stirring for an extended amount of time. And I'm going to keep turning this heat up and down. So I'm just going to, you know, stay in between 1 and 2. So I'm going to have it on 2 for maybe like a minute and then turn back to 1. You know, I'm just going to keep doing that, okay? And later on, when I feel that it's really heated, then what I'm going to do is let it cool down. And then when it's cool, I'll come back and I will turn it on again and do the same thing, but on a smaller increment of time. And then I'll pour it all in my jar. Pour it all in my mason jar, and then let it sit. And then strain a little out. But what I strain out, I'm going to use. So what you strain out, put right back in that jar. Okay? And put what you strained out, your oil, put that into an applicator. So you're straining to put into an applicator. Don't put too much at a time in the applicator, okay? You can, you know, you can put half, you know, the applicator size if you want, or a fourth of the applicator size, you know, but we plan on using this oil up in a month, maybe, hopefully. But, you know, we're trying to make it very, very potent, and we want to use everything about it. We also want to use, you know, the powders, the remnants that are left. We also want to use those too, okay? And we are going to use those. All right, ladies. Now, I told you what I'm going to do, okay? I will, maybe I'll come back and show you how I strain, but I think that's overkill. I think you already know how to do that. Okay, ladies. Thanks for dropping by. Bye.